Solange or Rihanna?
Ooh, that's nasty.
A particular look that you were working on that you wanted her to wear so bad that didn't happen?
Loewe, of course.
Gold or silver?
Like,
or red? Amateur porn or professional porn?
Oh my gosh. That's hard.
Some of the girls are mad.
Exactly.
They were upset, man.
They were upset. Like we got condoms, face mask, Narcan. It was like one of the hardest times. Like
CD girls or JT solo?
But when she came up out of the ground, that was when I found out too.
That is so insane to me.
Yeah, I hated that y'all was in the comments saying it, but part 2 starts now.
I can remember when you were on tour, you would come to TikTok to, catch your quick meals. And I always wondered, what does a day getting ready for the Renaissance tour look like? Like, what time do you have to get up? Like, what time do you have to be at the stadium? Like, what does that day look like?
That is
because you would be eating, but you would be rushing a little bit. I'm like, he gotta go somewhere real quick.
That is triggering. Because like, although this is like one of those times that I'll never forget, it was like one of the hardest times. Like because I think, like I said before, it snowballed into this like huge thing, especially fashion wise, and me jumping into it. I don't think I realized like the magnitude of it because like
this was your first tour.
This is my first tour. Like so I'm going to all these places and traveling and doing all these things, but also working. Like we worked we had our days off. Like Shiona's a fab girl and her team, like she took care of us all the time. Like we did Napa Valley, we did spa in Miami, like we did museums.
Did y'all get like your own hotel rooms and all of that?
Yeah, we got our own hotel rooms. Yeah, but like, and Shiona would make a point to like, cause she's aware of like humans, like, and Beyonce too. She would give us like little treats and stuff like that. But like, Shiona would be like, okay, y'all, we've been doing it, we've been carrying, so let's go to the museum. Like, Detroit, we went to like the Black Music Museum.
Oh,
like,
cute.
Yeah, like we went to like we did things to take ourselves out of the world because you can get kind of consumed.
And team building is important.
Exactly. It's really just a matter of getting the things you need mentally and physically like in that time span, because you never know, because our schedule from a fashion lens was very different than, I would say, like the dancers or the musicians or the background singers in that way, because it's like the dancers perform when they perform and they rehearse when they rehearse. But it would be me and Justine at the auditorium or the arena for hours before, the day before, and like doing fittings, because that's the only place we have to do fittings. Like, because
you're not just fitting Beyonce, you're also fitting the entire people on stage.
Yeah, it would be like, okay, so we have to make sure, like, or it's like me on the phone arguing with UPS to send a look that she wants to wear for the next show. Redirecting that to the next show. You know what I mean? Like, because it ended up at the past show. Like, it's a lot of like logistical things that go into it. But yeah, so I mean, when you got your time to rest, you got your time to rest. But it's like it's a very hard thing. Like, so
I remember in the film, like, there's 3 shows because she's moving. They're preparing for the next show and the next CD, and she has a show of the CD she's actually in, and then I forget the other part, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So were there times where you were with the show that was upcoming, like you're with their crew, like getting things together? Yeah, it would be like that. It would be, because it was like, so sometimes we would have to strategize. And it would be like, okay, like for instance, like the birthday show. Like that's the show I went to. Yeah, that was like, we have been preparing for that for so long, because like I forget how many shows that they had in LA that time, but like it was like it's her birthday. Like it's gonna be a major thing. Everybody's gonna be there. Was her birthday Crown Margiela?
her birthday. No, it was Tiffany's.
Whose idea was that? The little.
That was a Shiona thing.
She ate that. I was like, that's such a nice touch. That was such a nice touch.
Yeah, that was a Shiona thing. She went into archive and got it from Tiffany's.
Really? They ate.
Yeah, Shiona ate that. Yeah. And also, there's just so many things that happen because this woman has so many ideas, and then like all of her department heads are Virgo women. Mm-hmm. So Shiona, Virgo women, Beyonce. So everybody is like on 10, and everybody is working and hard workers and like want things how they want it, and like and then her who has like amazing ideas. Shiona has amazing ideas, but like not easy ideas. Yeah. So, and then it's like us who also have ideas. So it's like I'm pushing my little moment. I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I present this in a way because this is my idea, and I want to present it in a way that they're gonna like. But I'm also trying to make sure I'm getting out their ideas. Like, you know, like, okay, I'm working on the things she wants for her birthday, but I'm also like making sure she see this look because I want that to pop off too. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a lot of juggling. Yeah.
Speaking of, you were really excited about when the Marc Jacobs look dropped.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you take the lead on that look?
Yeah. That was another thing. That was so good. Like,
it was. At first, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And then I sat with it, and I was like, oh, okay. Because everybody else was gagging at first.
It was so crazy because, okay, I had worked on, just some background to it, I had worked on Marc shows for like 2 or 3 seasons before that. So I had a closeness to the team. And then the look, specifically the Kiki boot look, it was like, oh, this is a look from that collection. That collection, the last collection that I didn't work on because I was here. So, and it went through a bunch of rounds of fittings, and we fixed this and fixed that, and we did all that. And then it came with, they made the boots for her.
Oh, cute.
Which wasn't really expected, but like...
Because they had like rhinestones all over them. But they now released those.
Yeah, exactly.
Cute.
Exactly. So they made the boots for her. And it was like, okay, these are fab, but we all think that we be knowing what she's gonna do and what she's not gonna do, and we all like, but she's not gonna wear it. Like,
I was on that side of the fence too. Like, she wore a Kiki boot. I would have never imagined.
We were like, oh, she's not gonna wear that. Like, she gotta walk around. Like, she gotta get on the piano. She's gonna do that. I was like, I don't think she's gonna wear it. And I actually think originally, if I'm remembering correctly, I think we had put it in a different category or something at first, and then we kind of moved it back to the opening. But so we were like, yeah, she's not gonna wear it. We should get some shoe options, just in case. Like, so we pulled out a bunch of shoe options. I pulled out like a table of shoe options for that. And you don't really know what she's gonna wear. At least like she says it. She says like, okay, I'm doing this, prep this, prep that. But sometimes she's like, oh, prep these two. Like, you know, like, but when she came up out of the ground, that was when I found out too.
That is so insane to me. Like, you're wrecking your brain putting this shit together. You don't even know if the shit is gonna make it.
Exactly.
Like, that's the way to keep your team on your fucking toes.
Exactly, because back there we have like a run of show. Like, obviously there's organization. We have like a run of show of things that she likes, and then it's like, okay, this is what I think I'm gonna wear. But in real time, she's thinking, and she's like, okay, I actually want this. So she's like, also have this rack outside of my dressing room. So it's like sometimes
it can be a very last minute.
Last minute. It's crazy. Just like when the lights went out.
All right, they had an outfit ready.
Yeah. That's why we had like looks there, and she's like, yeah, put that on. Like, let's do it. Like, let's switch.
Her mind is just insane.
It's a really interesting place to on tour and working like creatively in that. It's like a one of a kind experience, honestly.
Yeah. What were your top 5 looks from the tour? I know Marc Jacobs is one of them. What's your other 4?
Marc Jacobs is one. Loewe, of course.
Gold or silver?
Like,
or red?
Oh, the red
chewed a little bit. She don't get as much credit as she's due, but she chewed.
The red tour for me. I have to put Poochie in there. I have to say, which one? I'm drawing a blank now. The looks, I'm like, and this weird. And when you put on the spot, it's like,
yeah.
Let me see. I loved. She had the other Loewe. The other Loewe. There's one.
The silver chrome.
Yeah, there's the other Loewe. I loved all of Loewe's like moments there. And then there was.
What did you think about the Rick moment? Because when we're talking about the Marc Jacobs shoes, I didn't think she would wear a Rick Owens kiss boot either.
I didn't think so either. But I think that was post Marc. So I was like, maybe she'll wear it, y'all. Like, let's bring it in there.
And that most dramatic kiss boot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, girl.
The Rick moment was crazy to me because that was also in another category. That was supposed to be an opener.
Okay.
I believe. Like,
oh, that would have aged much better as an opener, I think.
Like,
yeah.
It was supposed to be an opener, and then like, but her mind, her show, her vision.
Yeah.
And she tore it because I remember she tore it because she was walking and like it had this long dramatic cape. Mm-hmm. And like at the section that she wore she goes around the stage. And like how it works is we make sure she's dressed and then we run out. To see how it's moving and take notes of like how it's moving and the thing.
I would feel like I'm at a fucking theme park. Like
so crazy. So we like run back and so we saw that she had the cape with this thing and we're like, she's gonna keep it on? She's gonna keep the cape on as she walks by because sometimes she'll drop it so she doesn't trip. Mm-hmm. But she kept it on. And she was flipping that thing, and the twins was like running under it. Yeah, and it was like holding it up, and it was like, I was like, I am so scared right now that something is gonna go wrong here. But it was no, it was great. It was great. Yeah, I love that. I love that she like took a lot of chances.
Yeah, she did.
That thing. Yeah,
there was a lot of things that I just didn't expect, but it made sense. Like once I took in the full scope of things. Let's go to Cowboy Carter really quick. Oh, so, Beyonce will post a girl for the Cowboy Carter merch, and I just saw the new album packaging for the new vinyl. Mm-hmm. There's a big Cowboy Carter photo in there where she's like 3 different poses in the red. Yeah. Did you have a key in making that happen? Like, was that your idea too?
That wasn't my idea. It wasn't my idea, but I had came in and I kind of finished the process with that. Mm-hmm. Because
you're close with her team, right?
Yeah, I'm close with the girls. Like, and it was great because it was actually those looks were actually for Renaissance. Originally. So it was like they were specifically for Renaissance, and then they just didn't kind of fit in like once Renaissance became like what it was. Mm-hmm. And like so the team was like Terry, who does PR for them, and like the girls, they were like, when she's gonna wear it, because I think the dancers have
the same Terry that does PR for Tyler.
Terry Long, yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Okay,
he was supposed to girl as well, and he was like Milton, these girls are dying to see these things, like this look on her. And I was like, child, this is her show. I was like, I can't make, I was like, she likes it. So that's the seal of approval. Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. But yeah, the dancers had wore their looks that the team had made, and then we were kind of like, okay, when's she gonna wear this? And then it ended up showing up in the thing because I wasn't really a part of Cowboy Carter like that much. I had ended up moving into a different project.
So in working with her, you never really know. Like you said, when she rises up like everybody else, if she's wearing the look or not. Yeah. Is there a particular look that you were working on that you wanted her to wear so bad that didn't happen?
I can't say what it is, but yes. Okay. There is several. All I can say is there are looks. Every designer that you can think of in this contemporary fashion world, even underground, like we've touched.
Cause some of the girls are mad.
Exactly.
They were upset, man.
They were upset. Like, but when I say it's so many looks, and like you never know. Like I don't know what she's doing right now. Like I don't know. Like cause there was a look that I did for a tour that she ended up wearing like on a regular day. Like that Missoni pink look, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was for tour.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
cute. Okay.
It was like she wears her clothes.
Yeah.
She wears her clothes, and especially she's into like she I find it interesting because I've worked with a lot of celebrities and a lot of I would say that she's one of the very few who even at her extreme height is a part of everything. She's a part of everything. She wants to know.
And you can tell.
Yeah, she wants to know did we have to pay for it? Did they give that? And like she prioritizes like things like that. Like she's like, oh, okay, they gave that, so I'll wear it. Like I'll do it. Like I'll make it work. Like she's like, let's make it work. Like she's like, I really want to help this person, or I really like want people to see this. So like she thinks about all of those elements.
That's
like,
crazy and like fab and intentional.
Yeah, exactly.
The Couture Thom Browne, correct me if I'm wrong, but she was the first person to wear Couture Thom Browne when she wore that to the London Renaissance premiere, correct?
I would say so, yeah.
And now that Thom Browne has like a whole couture show, like that's crazy that she was the first one to set that shit off.
Yeah.
Were you a part of that too?
Yeah, I was a part of the Thom Browne process. That was another one that was like meant for tour, but ended up spilling out into another thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a very... All of these instances were really cool because it's things like that where they're like huge moments for these designers, small and big, and like people spend hours and hours and hours working on these things. And like I remember talking to the Thom Browne team and being like, oh, can we get this? Like da 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 da. It wasn't like, it was just like a lot of because they take so much care into how they make these couture pieces, it was very hard to, as much as we push to like get these things off, like in that way. Because it's like a lot of things, it's like a lot of the, even referring to your last question, a lot of the things like that I wanted to see, it didn't happen just because it wasn't made in time. Yeah. Like it's like, okay, this couture thing, you can't make that in 2 weeks, like, which was a lot of the process, especially me coming in later. Yeah. It was like, okay, hey guys, I want this look, but in her size and functional for a stage.
So a whole new look, basically.
Like, could you make it in 2 weeks?
Okay. That is insane. I would be like, it's Beyonce, of course. I'll try my best. Exactly. Okay. You're not only a stylist, you're also a DJ of the collective Mecca.NYC. Yeah, and as we spoke earlier in the show, fashion and music goes hand in hand. Right. How do the two worlds collide for you? Like, how does fashion and push you to be more of like a DJ? Because I feel like the worlds overlap for you a bit.
Yeah, they do. It's cool. I mean, they really go hand in hand because like I think especially in New York, like the social atmosphere here is like we go out, we go for drinks, we're at the parties, we do the things like, and we're intermingling with like the fashion people in those things, and I think that's really where it intersects for me. I came here, and I would say like just going back to my story, when I came here, like a lot of my story here springs from nightlife. Like I met the person for Nicola through nightlife. Like I met him out, like, you know, and that's actually how I got into styling. Like so.
And that's why I make it a point to show face, because sometimes I don't want to go, but I'm like, I'm gonna go show face because you just have to.
I mean, a lot of times it's like hard, especially now. Like we lose a lot of it, and things become like feels disingenuous just because I think social media kind of like watered down a lot of it. Yeah. But I think it's still important to build that community with people. It is. In those spaces. Like, go to somebody and, like, talk to them in their face and see how they're doing and see, like... And I feel like you learn people... When y'all go out for a wild night, you figure out who people are.
Okay.
Like, you figure out, like...
Real quick.
Exactly. You know who these girls are. So... And even, like, the other half of Mecca, Mariam, he's also a stylist. And we found community in each other when we met, and I met him on the dance floor at some party. All I remember is Paris Hilton was DJing and she was playing Trina. And me and him was like, this is crazy.
Was this in New York?
Yes.
That's a New York thing. Like, that will only happen in New York.
Yeah, we was like, this is so crazy. And I was like, and then we linked from there. And then we've been friends ever since. And we started Mecca just because we felt like there was a missing link here of our connection to the South and just the connection of bringing all these different industries together. Like, we have a lot of artist friends, we have a lot of music friends, we have a lot of fashion friends, like we have a lot of like TV folks, like and then we also have a lot of people that we just like native New Yorkers, like that don't work in any of these industries, or like people that moved here and don't work in any of these industries. They work a 9 to 5 and they're just like in nightlife, or like very cool and very interested in art and fashion and all these things, but they make their money doing like, I don't know, a mailman. Like, my friend works, she's a male person.
And be at the set.
Exactly. But she be out right with me in a look.
Okay, that's New York for you. Like,
right,
you just never know.
Right, exactly. Like,
so I DJ too.
Yeah.
Privately. I've only done one set publicly. How do you prepare for a set?
Oh my gosh. I mean, for me, it just depends on what it is. Like, it depends, like, if it's like a corporate kind of thing, then I kind of go in and I'm like, okay, let me gear this towards the crowd that it's gonna be. I think but I guess that can be applied to anything, because that's really how I go into it. It's like, I want to hear the new thing, but I also want to bring a bit of my flavor. Like, I want to make sure these people actually like this. Like, so maybe they won't understand me playing like some Broward County rapper that I heard like in some club down south or something like that. But like I can sort of ease that in. It's sort of like having to find the flavor of that, which I'll also associate with in other realms of my work too, where it's like, it's the same thing with fashion, where it's like I sort of build from the character and the cast, and then we find what we're trying to do, what we're trying to sell, and then I put my flavor in it. Like, okay, like, yeah, he might have like, I don't know, some type of like element that feels like me, and it's the same thing with music. Like, it's like, yeah, it's the same thing there.
Do any of like, let's say you're DJing a party for a designer, like, do they have like, can you play these certain songs? Or?
Yeah, of course. Just like any other client, like they have their element. I know if I'm playing like Theophilia, like I did, like I played their parties before, and they're like, I know I gotta dig into my reggae bag, like I gotta dig into my soca bag, I gotta find a dance hall, like you know, like if I'm doing something for, I don't know, some, like, if for, we say, like, Hanifa or something. Like, I'm going to try to find me a little go-go set. Like, you know, a little go-go moment. You know, like, it's like, because that's the DC girl. Like, exactly. You know, like, it's finding people at their core and finding people who they actually are and really tapping into that. And I think that's the beautiful thing about DJing. Yeah. Because you find, people really let themselves go and let themselves loose on the dance floor.
They do.
Yeah, and you find
especially when the bar opens.
Exactly.
So, okay.
Especially when the bar opens.
So, I need some advice from you.
Okay.
So, I have a dream of becoming JT stylist and creative director. I look at all of the shows. I pull looks for her. I have like this whole itinerary of documents I want to present to her. What would be your advice in making this a reality for me?
That's so interesting. That's hard because how I would say is I say get in with her team now. Like, and some people, I don't know, for me, that's always how I've when I put my eyes on something, I'm like, okay, I want to know what's happening in it, so I'm going to, like, talk to the people. Like, I would say make friends with, I think I forget who his stylist is. I think Joseph, and this other person, I forget their name. But like, I'll make friends with them, like, cause like, I feel like a lot of times, I mean, some of the girls, it's either hit or miss. Some of the girls don't really don't take kindly to things like that. But honestly, what I've in my experience, knowing people and being cool with those people, whether it's an immediate thing of like, hey, could you jump on and handle this while I have to go to this other thing, like you know what I mean, like that's how things work. Like it's community, like finding the people that she works with and following them and talking to them and being like, not in like a weird like, you know, like I
definitely want to like assist and then like work my way to something else. But like, I definitely I have a clear vision of where I think she's trying to go, and I just feel like I could be a big part in helping her.
I think like not in like a weird like, oh my gosh, I want to steal your job kind of way. But in the sense of like, okay, I really like this person and their vision and their idea, and I feel I can add something to that. Yeah, and like you said, like assisting and working with these people. And like working your way up and like in those ways, like that can really help. Yeah. And sometimes, and people hate this, and like I just saw this video where somebody was like, manifesting doesn't exist. But child, for me,
it does.
Manifesting exists. Like you saying this right now, and you're putting it out there and building things for her and doing those things, like. That is how you do it. You were taking the steps already. Yeah. Like saying it out loud in this universe.
Like I feel it. Like when I'm working on the looks, I'm like, oh, I can just see her in this. I feel it. I sent when Law worked with them on the what video was that? With Little Baby. When they was on like the plane. Yeah. What the fuck is that song called?
I think it's called like I don't know. I think that's
Flute Out.
Yeah, Flute Out.
When he did Flute Out, I was obsessed with Rodeo at the time.
Oh, fast.
So I made like this whole board for Rodeo. I love Rodeo, and I DM'd him just off the whim. Yeah. Of course he didn't respond. Yeah. But last year, actually around this time, I had a long night out. I went to Gatano, you know, the little island club.
Oh yeah.
I went to Gatano. I wake up the next morning, La Roach is in my DMs.
Oh, period.
And he's like, I just want to tell you congratulations. I love the work that you're doing. And it's just like, I'm getting like emotional thinking about it.
I love that.
But it was just like, wow, I sent this man my mood board a year ago.
I'm telling you, that's how it worked. When I tell you, I wish I still had the paper every year, or even like, I don't even like, use calendar years. Sometimes when I mark off things that I want to do, sometimes I just feel it and I just write it down. Yeah. And like, but I told myself, maybe like a year or 2 years before I ended up working with Beyonce, that like, I want to work with a major, I had tapped and touched all of the things. Did magazines, did corporate, did shows, did all those things. Like, I did it. So I was like, okay, I want to see how it is to be more a part of a pop star's thing. So I wrote it down, and then it happened. Like, and within a year, 2 years time, I just kept working, wrote it down and kept working.
Listen, manifesting, it works. Like, even, I know for me, being a black girl from the South, I'm sure for you too, just sitting here in New York, that is like manifestation. Exactly. Like, at its finest.
Exactly. No, for sure.
All right, so now we're gonna get into this or that, and this is a game. It's like very random. I'm gonna ask you a question, whether this or that. Okay. Try not to say both, but if you must, then that's just what it is. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Who has the better style? I have a few of these. Okay. First one, Solange or Rihanna?
Ooh, that's nasty. I'm gonna say, oh, the girl's gonna drag me. I'm gonna say Solange.
Agreed.
That's the only reason why I say that is because Solange's style is very specific. Like, and I love when people sort of like, their style is like timeless. Like, Rihanna changes and she's the girl. But like, Solange's style, you can see something and know that that's Solange. Like, Rihanna, she has her eras, but like sometimes you don't really know if You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. Like, girls be mimicking Rihanna all the time. You don't really know. You just, this is a girl in a fab look. You know?
Right.
Like, but Solange birthed a lot of these girls. And you can
and
see
still
it.
birthing them. Like, you girls are just now catching up to when I get home.
You can
just
see it.
now.
You can
like,
see it.
Kyle Lou, you're mine.
It's
amazing.
crazy, yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Zendaya or Anya Taylor-Joy?
Zendaya.
Agreed.
That was easy.
Janelle Monáe or Tessa Thompson?
Ooh. I love Tessa.
Me too.
I'll say Tessa, yeah.
She has like that style that's very unique and distinctive.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes you may not even get it, but it looks fab on her.
I love Tessa.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Tracy Ellis Ross or Kerry Washington?
Ooh, Tracy, 100%.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Lenny Kravitz or Pharrell Williams?
Lenny.
Same.
My God. Lenny is just another one of those people that I would say is like the same. Like, that's a Rihanna Solange thing to me.
Yeah.
It's like Lenny has a style that has been his style forever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Solange, Pharrell kind of went through some changes, but Pharrell is actually one of my like inspirational icons of people. Like, I love him creatively, but definitely Lenny style-wise.
I have tried to create Lenny looks over the years, and because he makes it look so easy, but it's not.
It's
like,
not easy
it's
at all.
not.
Especially at his age. It's like, he be tearing it.
Yeah. Luca Sabbath or A$AP Rocky?
A$AP. I want to, like, especially this dad style right now.
Yeah.
I need
this Bottega link up is eating down.
I need it all. Like, I need it. Like, he is my North Star right now with fashion. Like,
Doja Cat or FKA Twigs?
Twigs.
Period.
Twigs. Another one, birthing the girls.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Pink Print or Pink Friday 2?
Oh. Pink Friday 2.
Really?
I'm because I'm in it. I'm in music now currently.
Yeah.
I'm still in it. But Pink Print is like Pink Print because like Pills and Potions, all those like beautiful, like there's so many songs on there. So maybe that's hard. I can't put things on there. See? Oh my gosh. That's a both. Okay. That's a both.
Okay. Looking Ass Niggas or Shanghai?
Ooh, Shanghai. But Looking Ass Niggas video.
True.
Like,
true.
Like,
true.
Like, yes.
Okay. Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney. Forever.
Okay.
Sag
Agreed.
Queen. Sag Queen.
Agreed. Okay. Open relationships or monogamous relationships?
Open.
Period. Okay. Amateur porn or professional porn?
Oh my gosh. That's hard. Because it's certain genres, child.
All right. I would say for me, if it's back in the day, give me professional. But in today's time, I'm going to take amateur.
Exactly. Okay, I could take that. Yeah, because amateur now is damn near professional.
Yeah.
The lighting, niggas be in their fucking backyard making it happen.
Okay.
Like,
Loewe menswear or Louis Vuitton menswear?
Oh, Loewe.
Period.
Hands down.
When it comes to it girls, Taylor Russell or Tiana Taylor?
Ooh. Tiana.
Really?
I would say Tiana because Tiana has been an it girl since before they were saying it girls. Like, Tiana has been an it girl since I was in high school. Like, literally looking at this girl at her birthday party, and like Taylor, she eased in her way. She new to this.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta bow down to the queens. Like,
that's true. Now that you say that, because I was all Taylor Russell, but now that you say that, because I'm obsessed with Taylor at the moment.
Exactly.
But Tiana Taylor hasn't put in the work.
It's always been Tiana.
When I think of even Sweet 16, I'm thinking of Tiana Taylor.
Exactly. It was like, exactly.
Yeah. Jada Waiter or Lori Harvey?
Oh, damn. This is a both too for me, because these two different kind of girls with the same type of energy to me.
Yeah.
Like, Lori is the prim and proper girl, but she still know how to work a set. And Jada Waiter is the hood girl who can work a set. She's like the head cheerleader to me. Yeah. In my high school. Like, like they both are kind of like co-captains. Like, it's like, exactly. Yeah. They give co-captains to me. Like,
I love that they both give that, like, I want to know more about them. Like, their aura, they both have that, so I love that about them.
And they both feel positive all the time.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these girls don't be feeling positive, and they feel like very miserable, even though they're like fab. But like both of them, Jada with her child, like, I'm obsessed.
I love seeing her as a mother.
I love seeing her loyal. It's so good.
Yeah.
Lori, the way she find a man and she's like, okay, I'm done. Like, energy. Like,
Okay, Simone Tishu or Lena Bloom?
Lena.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Lena for sure.
Okay, I will say Simone. Amanda Murray or Tulieto?
Wait, say it again.
Amanda Murray or Tulieto? Tulieto.
Tuli. I don't know who that is. Who's that?
She is one of the fashion girls. Her hat is going viral right now with all of the gems on it. Like, people's like, we're not paying thousands for that.
Okay. I would say both because they both kind of like work that world to me. They both like IG kind of like cool, like the cool, almost like Lower East Side black crowd. Like, you know, like that's like they work in that like. They drop something and like they make it happen.
Yeah.
Like they're like I feel like they're a little younger than my generation of things. Like I feel like I look to those type of people to figure out what the streets is talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, but yeah, I'll say both.
I would say Amanda for me.
Yeah, because I don't know them enough. Yeah.
I feel like every time she wears something, I see it trickling down to the other girls.
True.
She's
That's
just
true.
always like at the top of the pyramid. Okay, Meat or Deviant?
I've never been to Meat.
Me either.
So I would say Deviant.
Okay. Have you been to Deviant in the DMV?
No, I haven't.
So I've been to Deviant here. I've been to Deviant in DMV. In DMV, it's a chop.
Oh, for real?
But here, it's cool.
Yeah, I like Deviant. It's like, I like when they do it at Lambda. It was cute. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Lambda in Brooklyn is cute. Yeah. Harlem Gays or Brooklyn Gays?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
And also, it depends. I mean, that's a hard one too, because I would say both because if I'm like my friends, and primarily a lot of my friends are in Brooklyn. And like we hang out, and I mostly hang out in Brooklyn because I live there, and I feel like you get a lot of diversity. But the Harlem Gays, they come with the skin, the body, the jobs. Like they do.
It really do depend on the season.
They do. It depends on the season. It's like if that's what you're looking for. I think, and I also think I moved here and moved to Harlem first.
Yeah.
Like I think when there's a Southern almost element to them, like to the culture,
I would say the same. Yeah.
To the culture of like black gays there, like that I do enjoy.
Peggy Gou or Kaytranada?
Ooh.
As far as DJing. Me too.
Couture. I love Peggy though. I saw Peggy and Kaytranada maybe like a couple months ago, and within the same thing, and it was like I was like, I don't know what it is. Yeah. but Couture for real.
Yeah.
Like his last project was dope.
I'm
still listening to it.
He's singing on the project.
It's crazy.
And I was like, you sound fucking good. It's the best song on the album to me.
It's crazy. And then he's like pulling looks too. Vaughn is tearing it with
him.
Like Vaughn is tearing it with him. So like I love,
Elsewhere or Nowadays?
Nowadays, for sure.
Why Nowadays?
Because Nowadays to me has this energy that feels underground, but it's like a mainstream like working place.
Yeah.
And like it's like no other energy like it. Like it was the first place that I've seen in Brooklyn or just in general where you walk in and they give you like not even a judgmental speech. They like tell you like it makes you feel safe. It's like there's no transphobia, no homophobia, no racism. Like
I love that little speech you have to give.
Yeah, and it's like we got condoms, face mask, Narcan, like whatever you're doing, because like people like to fake like the girls aren't doing drugs. They be doing drugs.
Yeah,
so it's like let's like make things safe.
Yeah,
and make things like comfortable for people.
Absolutely. Schiaparelli or Moschino?
Schiaparelli.
Bianca Sensory or Claremont Twins?
Claremont Twins.
I would say the same because they be giving Bianca a lot, but she's just a Claremont Twin to me.
Yeah, and also they to me is another one where I've watched them.
Yeah,
like I've seen this progression, and like it actually doesn't. People like to make it seem like it's so crazy, and I will say like some of their looks is like, oh my gosh, like it's jarring, but like they've been this girl.
Yeah,
they've been. I mean, to be on Bad Girls Club in general, you've been that world of girls, and they have this energy about them too that I feel like, aside from all like the crazy shit, the crazy stories and like charges and all those different things, they have like this positive energy to them that feel like, okay, these girls don't seem like insane.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
And it's like, I see them as art because their bodies are just art to me. Like, yes, it's very out there, but it's art because you look at where they started and where they are now. Like,
and they
art.
lean into that. I think they lean into that idea of like them being like a performance piece, a performance art in general.
Absolutely. Oversized or fitted?
Oversized.
Same.
Yeah.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Same. Renaissance or B-Day?
Oh, B-Day. Never, forever.
Yeah.
B-Day forever.
Yeah.
B-Day forever.
Yeah.
Deja Vu's my favorite song, favorite video ever.
That is one of her best style videos to me.
Yeah, it's
like,
gorgeous.
Yeah. Like, when I look at the pieces, like, separately, like how they were on the runway and how they look in the video, like that was some supreme styling for sure.
It's like amazing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, the references also.
Down.
Like Josephine Baker. Like
yes.
Down. Like amazing.
City Girls or JT Solo?
JT Solo.
Same.
JT Solo. City Girls was a fab era.
Yeah.
A fab era of what they are, and I feel like they'll come back. They'll get a performance out off every now and then.
It'll give Destiny's Child at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like something like that. Like, you know, they'll do something. But I think even when they first started, everybody kind of felt that they were. I hated that y'all was in the comments saying it, but but everybody felt like that there was obviously a separation between the two that was coming. So once it actually happened, it was like, okay. And JT's tearing this new era. So
she is.
Yeah.
And I will say, and this is no shade to Carisha, because Carisha is funny to me. I like her. I think she's the fab girl, but I live for a bitch that can rap and that can write their raps. Exactly. And I would love when JT start out the song so I could turn it when her verse is done. Right. Like, that's just what it was for me. So I'm happy that she's solo now and I can listen to the entire song.
Carisha to me should take like a Saweetie route.
Yes, like just be an IG baddie.
Just be like the baddie. Like if you get a little cute pop song, drop it.
And that's it.
It's like, because we love your voice. We like to hear you. We like to have fun to your music. And like, but you don't have to put out, like, you don't have to do what JC.
Yeah, you don't have to be traditional.
You don't have to be traditional. Girl, put on a look. Post a picture, we gonna like it. We'll see you in the club.
Right. Like, I was looking at her in Saucy's live when they were at some fancy hotel the other day, and I was like, they should be like Nicole and Paris Hilton. Like, they should have a show like that. And it would eat.
It's like, give me those moments, because that's what we love from you.
Yeah.
You know? Like, no, for sure.
Martine Rose or Willie Chavaria?
Martine, that genius.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I'm just obsessed with black women designing menswear right now. Her and Bianca are taking it.
Bianca, like, don't get me started. I love her. But Martine is literally like mother to a lot of these things. A mother to even, like, no shade to like a Willie, because of just like the oversized idea and her input within like Dimness team when she was working with Balenciaga. Like, it's like that time, this style time that we're in right now, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of it comes from her.
Yeah, it does. And that's why I could see her at LV Menswear. Like, I could see that.
I could definitely see that.
It would have, I mean, Pharrell is doing great things there, but I just feel like, designer wise, I just feel like Martin would have gave us something completely different. Because Pharrell leans more towards Virgil's LV to me. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar.
I get what you mean.
I just feel like Martin would have flipped it on his head.
Yeah, for 100%. 100%. And I just love everything she does, and like, she's just a visionary. Yeah. Like, true designer.
Yes.
You know?
Vaquero or Loire?
Loire.
Yeah.
Because that's Raul's my girl.
Yeah.
And that's grandmother.
Down.
Like, yes.
New York or Paris?
Oh. That's a both to me too. I love Paris. I spend a bunch of time there, but
I love the open energy there in Paris. Yeah. I don't have that same energy in New York.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but New York is New York.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, you meet the crazy thing is, the things you find in Paris, you can find here. Yeah. Like, there's like little corners of it here, you know?
Last one, Anoki or Bella Hadid?
Anoki.
Period. Okay, so we've come to the end. Let the people know where they can find you.
I'm Milton Mania on all platforms, really. If I think it's a little different on Twitter, but if you
I'll put it in the
Mania,
description.
Yeah, Milton Mania on everything. Mecca.NYC on Instagram.
All right, and as we say at the end of every episode, leave here empty. We'll see you next week. Bye.